Warning, to be frank, this topic makes me livid and uncomfortable in large doses, and this video will be summarizing most of the things that upset me about YouTube as of late. Also, I'm an angry bean in this video, but I think my name already suggests that. I'm tired of YouTube's horrendous practices, and to be honest, I don't think enough people realize that they do more than just demonetize a few videos for cussing and make dumb decisions regarding their layout. I'm going to provide some of the biggest pieces of evidence I know of to back up my level of concern and anger over this, starting with the elephant in the room. You can watch Magikarp Used Flies video for more details, but basically, a YouTuber named Logan Paul posted a video that blatantly goes against YouTube's community guidelines, was disrespectful to Japanese culture, traumatizing for some people that viewed it. It certainly made me uncomfortable to watch. And it was not only left up, it was personally reviewed, okayed, promoted, and protected. They took down as many videos criticizing Logan Paul as they could, while leaving the original video up for Logan to take down himself and monetize his apology. He got no consequences for this besides people hating on him. YouTube did nothing, and in fact actively went against what it is their job to do. Not to mention the other awful things they've let Logan Paul get away with in the past, such as posting a video faking his own bloody death in front of horrified fans, which also goes against YouTube's guidelines. This is disgusting on so many levels. They take down cover songs, movie reviews, videos that have a cuss word in them, and give all of those people a strike, but then they actively protect a video that actually violates the guidelines. And this isn't the only thing they've done, but it's definitely the most morally reprehensible thing I've heard about as of late. YouTube, how dare you censor people who are rightfully calling out someone's bullshit, especially when you make it clear you're just picking favorites. That is unacceptable. Okay, so obviously at the time of recording that was true, but I've recently been informed that YouTube finally did punish Logan Paul after over a week of just silence and not doing anything besides punishing other people. And it actually made me wonder what their motivation was, because it kind of threw a wrench in my entire video for a moment there. But I'm convinced that the only reason they did this was because ad companies finally started leaving. They don't care about what we think, they only care about the fact that they were losing money finally. And the crappy part is that affects us too, as far as I can tell. I also love how every single article so far has worded this in a way that makes it sound like YouTube did this specifically because of the video, when in reality they really wanted to leave the video up and support Logan Paul, but they just couldn't after a while. They only did this to save their own asses. And it's really obvious to everyone at this point. YouTube, you're not fooling anyone into thinking that you actually care what we think, or that you actually care that the video was offensive. You only care because you started losing money. I also recently found out that YouTube has not been able to pay its content creators as much as it used to because of something everyone's calling the adpocalypse, which I believe started with PewDiePie's situation when he was punished for making an anti-Semitic video. Advertisers started pulling out, similarly to how I assume they did this time, and that's when YouTube decided to punish him to show that they were on the public side or something. But really, if you all would just do your damn jobs, then stuff like the adpocalypse wouldn't happen. You don't have to review every single video that comes out personally. That's probably impossible. But listen when people point out a problem before something like Wall Street gets a hold of it, maybe? Like, I'm sure you can pay attention when, like, a few articles come out or people comment a bunch and make videos about this. So why don't you listen while it's still kind of quiet so that this kind of crap doesn't happen anymore? It's affecting us content creators too. Okay, now that I'm done talking about trending Logan Paul, here are some other things I've noticed as a casual watcher of YouTube. They have suspended I Hate Everything's channel twice with no warning and no reason. It was just some random-ass bot mistake, I guess? And they never apologized, never compensated, and they just sent yet another patronizing email that doesn't even bother to call him by name or show any sign that an actual human ever looked at his case. There's also the infamous Cool Cat incident, where YouTube did jack shit to help him fight an unfair and illegal copyright strike against Derek Savage. Aside from this, there have been countless other copyright strikes hhe has gotten, despite all the videos being protected under fair use laws. Many YouTubers that I watch who do similar videos have likely faced these same problems. They have demonetized and age-restricted every single one of Super Mario Logan's videos because he uses Mario dolls to make crude humor stories. This is still going on, and now his only income is whatever people on Patreon can give him because YouTube is so pathetic it wants to focus on harmless stuff like this. Not to mention, despite SML's efforts to make future videos less inappropriate by removing cussing, lewd jokes, and adult themes, even those videos are treated the same way, demonetized and age-restricted, which leads me to believe that someone, or possibly a bot, has set his channel to automatically do this to any future uploads, which is really unfair. At least give him the chance to make money off future videos that do bother to cater to your bullshit guidelines. And before you say it, yes, I know that even SML himself has admitted that YouTube has a rule against using children's toys to depict adult content, but honestly, that rule is bullshit and nobody asked for it. But I'll get to shit nobody asked for in a little bit. This is barely scratching the surface. There are likely hundreds of cases like this that I don't even personally know about, and I'm sure they're out there. I am sick of seeing creators I love getting treated like nothing by YouTube when they are supposed to be there for us. I'm sick of YouTube putting out these random garbage updates that nobody asked for and forever ignoring what we actually want. Nobody wanted YouTube heroes, nobody wanted to get rid of annotations, and getting rid of the old bulletin announcements was stupid. Why would you purposely make it harder for us to communicate with our audience? Why would you change the guidelines out of nowhere to now be even more restricting to normal-ass human beings who cuss and make adult jokes? YouTube's community guidelines are a joke. You have to be 13 or older to join, and almost every kid at that age already cusses and makes dick jokes. On top of that, they have YouTube Kids, an app that you can download and set up parental controls on, and restricted mode, which filters out potentially mature content, whatever YouTube thinks that means. We don't need advertiser-friendly rules. YouTube is not meant to be a site only for the soft and inoffensive. Videos criticizing someone, cussing, making sexual jokes, animating anything violent, or making silly videos with dolls, all that goes out the window based on these guidelines. And the only reason YouTube hasn't taken down all of them is because they either haven't found them yet, like my channel probably, or they purposely pick favorites and don't care because some people make them tons of money. But they also don't care when someone popular violates these rules, or posts something actually offensive and uncomfortable. And we basically have only 3 options at this point. Lie down and take it, which is easy and happens every day, get masses of people and even big YouTubers to leave, essentially going on strike to provoke change, which will never ever happen, or create a new website that treats its users better, which is very unlikely and difficult to do without running into failure down the road. But notice I said unlikely instead of out of the question. No one is going to leave YouTube if they make their entire income from it. Bigger YouTubers than me, who have built their channel for years, likely have some attachment to the site as well and can't afford to just up and leave for the sake of a cause, and I don't blame them. Same thing with huge YouTubers like Markiplier, except he's still okay with where he is, so he doesn't really care that much anyway. Honestly, every time someone says, "I've had a wonderful experience with YouTube and it's really not that bad, it's actually really awesome," I either notice that they make completely child-friendly content or are not personally hit with these things often enough to make a difference in their lives, so they just keep it that way. Just like every other issue, the people on top stay quiet because they can afford to do so and it's easier for them. On the other hand, making a new site to share videos is expensive, a huge responsibility, and if the site passes its early years and starts getting big, it becomes very hard to continue without making money off it. It's a very intimidating idea and I'm scared of failing. But despite all that and many other things I'm sure I haven't even considered, it still feels more likely than changing YouTube at this point. And that's really sad to me. Because YouTube has no real competition, it has nothing to actually offer bad consequences for how it treats people. Either half of us leave, or we make a new place that eventually takes some of their views away, or they will never change, because they know they can do literally whatever they want and suffer no consequences for it. Because they will still get paid, they will still get views, and most people that matter to them will never leave. Even I, as angry as I am, know I will not leave. Even if we succeed in building a new site, I'm not leaving completely, for the same reason I didn't just get rid of Skype as soon as I discovered Discord. Both have different flaws, and a lot of my friends are still on Skype and not Discord. Plus, I'd rather have a good alternative than only one option. A lot of my favorite YouTubers will still be here on YouTube, and I can't leave them. This is why YouTube has so much power. So the only option I see left is to make an attempt to build a good alternative option to spend as much time on as YouTube. So then they will eventually be forced to fix their shit or slowly lose most of their users when the newer site ultimately surpasses them in every way, not just some ways. This is just my view on the matter. I do not claim to know exactly how this stuff works, this is just what I've observed and put together. So feel free to disagree with me, just please be civil in the comments. I'm not the sole spokesperson for this movement, I just agree with it and support it. And honestly, my goal isn't to hurt YouTube. That will only come naturally if our site succeeds and goes as far as anyone would want their site to go. YouTube might be our motivation to start this, but we will treat the site with love, and I'm already excited to make something great. I don't even expect our site to make it as big as YouTube. I'm not aiming straight for that, and I won't consider it a failure if it never truly touches YouTube. I just want to finally provide content creators with another option. A video sharing website that, while not as big and popular as YouTube, treats its users with respect and decency. I understand that when you get even a quarter as popular as YouTube, you can't personally review everything. But we will do everything we can to be present and there for our users. We won't just infinitely abandon them to deal with dysfunctional bots and never ever hear from the humans behind it again. We're going to do our best with the content creators in mind. With all that said, I hope you will support our goal to build this new website. Don't think of it as a takedown YouTube. Think of it as a new opportunity to form a community that provides something YouTube can't. And then we can have that good alternative and appreciate both sites for what they do best. Just like I still use Discord for the better connection time and dark theme even though it had no video sharing, which it does now, and Skype has a dark theme now. I keep using that example as a simpler way to explain that I'm not asking anyone to ditch YouTube or do anything drastic. I just want help making something separate but great. Thank you for watching and stay safe. P.S. I'm sorry if my voice was a little bit crackly. I don't know, I just had something in my throat while I was recording this, but I had a good opportunity, so I'm doing it. Have a good day.